You are now tuned in to SportzAttic.
Oh,
How about them Cowboys? Welcome to another edition of SportzAttic. Fresh off a big time win.
we back.
Monday Night Football. We back on the road. The Dallas Cowboys win 23-16. Got a lot to digest here about the win. Hey man, we're gonna start with defense. Coop, here you go. You on your Jerry Jones time? Hold on, let me. You on your Jerry Jones time? Is it a quarterback controversy?
Nah,
Is it a quarterback controversy?
No quarterback controversy, but Cooper Rush is playing very well.
Cooper Rush, I'll take it, dog. Most importantly, no turnovers. Well, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna start with the defense first. 23-16.
Yep.
We were pretty close with our prediction.
Very close. Very close.
We were pretty close. We'll take that. Hey man, give me your overall thoughts of the defense, how they look against the Giants.
Well, man, I was very impressed, Ryan. The pass rush is the first thing that sticks out to me. I started thinking about DeMarcus Lawrence, right?
Yeah.
3 sacks on the night.
Took Evan Neal lunch.
You remember in the offseason, Michael Parsons was saying, oh, if DeMarcus Lawrence wants 10 sacks, and I'm going to go get 20.
Yeah.
And it's like this big thing of like, who's going to get the most sacks this season? Well, Michael got off to a good start, but yesterday DeMarcus Lawrence caught up. You know, you get 3 sacks in the game. You know, you pushing both of them on pace to get over 20 sacks this season.
Don't forget Dorrance. Dorrance right there with him.
Yeah, he is. We actually have 3 players in the top 20 in sacks right now, all on the same team, all on the same defense. But as far as the defense goes, man, I was very impressed. I like the pass rush. I actually like what Micah did yesterday, even though the box score is only going to show that he only had one tackle, but he consistently pressured the quarterback. He kept making him run flush out of the pocket. I mean, Daniel Jones did kill us. We need to get better at nose tackle. We need to get better at stuff in that middle. Being able to keep that quarterback in that pocket, because those guys flying off that edge, the quarterback can't do nothing but rush up. So I give him hats off to the defense. Hats off to the defense.
Definitely can't. I wouldn't say they were just like dominant. They did a really good job though. They did a really good job. And Micah, bro, his ability as a player, man, you saw the attention to him. I really was watching every snap, and they had a tight end or a running back over on his side every single play, and that's what you got to do for him. And that singles up guys like DeMarcus Lawrence and Dorrance Armstrong to have one-on-one. And so if you can't win one-on-one, it is what it is. And those guys ate DeMarcus Lawrence, and it's interesting with DeMarcus Lawrence because, I watch his interviews talking to Micah. I think he's genuinely happy for Micah, but I low-key think he on some, like, they dialing it up for him. Like, I could do what he do if I got put in them positions. I kind of feel that a little bit.
Yeah.
And that might just be his competitive nature, you know what I'm saying? But Micah, man, drawing that attention, Dorrance Armstrong, he's doing what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Having one-on-ones, and he's capitalizing. And that's crazy when you have a player like that, like Micah, like he can literally get you paid. You know what I'm saying? Dorrance mess around and hit I don't know when his contract is up in terms of what year he's in, but Dorrance got to be in like his 3rd or 4th year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He literally can get you paid. And so I thought the defense, man, was flying around. They made the plays. You like you said, you were kind of spot on with the prediction with Daniel Jones. He did hurt us, running. But he was running for his life. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather that than him sitting back there patting the ball, waiting for a receiver to get open. So I definitely thought the defense was flying around doing their thing.
Donovan Wilson.
I didn't want to steal your thunder. I know you said you had a player of the game. Hey, man, talk about your boy Donovan Wilson.
Oh, Donovan Wilson, man. Yesterday, I mean, he made that penalty, that late hit.
Yeah.
Had a lot of people angry at him. Stuck with it. I think he finished with a sack yesterday.
He did.
I think he finished with a deflected ball on third down.
He was all over the place.
Oh, yeah. I think at the end of the game, he was the guy that put the pressure on the quarterback on intentional grounding, which really should be a sack. It's kind of messed up they don't give him that stat, but it was an intentional grounding. So he forced a sack. He had 9 tackles solo, 2 assists, so 11 total tackles last night, a pass deflection, a sack, and a forced intentional grounding. That man came to play. Have a day,
young man. He did. He came to play. D-Law came to play. I mean, 3 sacks, man. Like I tell you all the time, I'm like, man, sack skill drives. Right. So for him to have 3 sacks, and that was early. It felt like it was all in the first half. I could be wrong. It felt like it was all in the first half.
I think it was sacks. Actually. Yeah, might have been in the first quarter, or at least early in the first.
It felt like it. Yeah, killing drives, dog. And so, that's super big, super, super big. We need him to play at a high level, along with the supporting cast. Mike is gonna get all the attention. From the media, obviously warranted with his play, rightfully so, right? But it's really important. Micah can't be Micah if those other guys can't kill you one-on-one. You need to have that, the offensive coordinator being like, well, if we do this with Micah, D-Law gonna kill us, right? Dorrance Armstrong gonna kill us. You're like, you need that, and so that was great to see. And yeah, they did that thing. Our boy Trayvon got his pick. Got his pick.
I told you. I think he'll get about 8.
Boy, he was real close to one on the sideline. Who was that? To Galladay?
I don't know who it was.
It went right through his hands, and that's rare.
Yeah, that would have been 7.
That's a pick 6. I know you're dreaming about that, but it's all good. Hey man, he made it up on the back end. So I definitely was like, man, I'm truly excited to watch the defense play, bro.
You said that the defense it didn't come out like you didn't feel like it was like world
dominant.
Dominant. That's the word you use, dominant. So even though they didn't come out dominant, did you notice the adjustments that Dan Quinn and the defense made when they put Donovan Wilson and made him a spy?
A spy. Yeah, and I much rather that than like if they can do stuff like that rather than like Micah having to be the spy. But he was kind of a spy on Saquon, even though Saquon got loose for that one run. But hey, man, Saquon is one of the better backs in the league. Like he's talented. So he got loose one play. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, we held him in check. He had like 80-some yards in the touchdown.
But would you like a dominant defense? Would you prefer a dominant? Just hypothetical question, right?
Yeah.
Would you prefer
like a dominant defense?
No, so like a dominant defense or a defense that has the ability and the flexibility to adjust to any kind of offense or any kind of problem that the offense may pose. So
I rather have a dominant defense.
Well, yeah.
You asked me that.
I guess the way I posed that question wasn't the best way to.
You give me Seattle back in the day, just locking up everything.
Right.
Yeah, I'd rather have that.
No, but what I mean is, well, let me just say this. Not even pose a question of would you rather have, because obviously if you say I want a dominant defense, that's what you're going to take. But I like the fact that our defense is flexible enough to adjust. I mean, to be able to have a piece like Donovan Wilson and make him a spy on Daniel Jones, that's something that maybe we'll be able to use in the future, depending on who we may play in the playoffs, or if we play some of these athletic quarterbacks. That's a chip that we have, or a tool that we have in our toolbox. So it's good to be able to be challenged sometimes on defense. That way we can see how truly good we really are. I mean, that's the 3rd straight game where we still haven't given up 20 points.
Yeah, that's big. That's big.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns. It's a W.
Yeah, that's big. And I'm not harsh on them. They did a great job. I guess it's just my expectations for the defense, right? Because I know what they really can do is really what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? They did, obviously they ain't scored 20 points,
right?
But I really feel like an offense like the Giants, like we really can come close to really shutting them down. Like Daniel Jones, you're not even getting them. He had like 80 yards rushing, close to it.
So
you know what I'm saying?
but think of how different that game would have been had CD caught that ball in the first half that hit him in the chest.
We're gonna get to that.
No, I'm just saying that the game would be different. It would look more dominant.
We definitely gonna get to that. But defense definitely did their thing, man. Definitely did their thing, man. I'm excited to watch them every week.
So wait. Before we move on, Ryan, gotta ask you, if you had to give the defense a grade from yesterday, what do you give them?
I'd say B+.
B+.
Again, that's my expectations of them. Like if they were, back in the day, not back in the day, the last couple of years, we've kind of been like a bend don't break defense, and that would have been an A+. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's all about expectations. So I do think we can tighten up on some stuff. Daniel Jones being able to rush the way he did. So I that's just my expectations for them. I think we got the talent. I think we could have really just shut them down. So I give them a B+.
So I'm going to follow your lead, and I'm gonna give them a B+ as well. I like the adjustments that we made on defense. I like how Micah disrupted everything with his pass rush, whether he got the stats to to back that up or not. Like Dorrance Armstrong, loved Tank yesterday. I give him a B+ for the simple fact that, like you said, great on the curve. So yesterday we faced the Giants and Daniel Jones. That's not the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. That's not the Chargers and Justin Herbert. That's not the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. That's not the Bills and Josh Allen. So when we play those type of teams, if we give this same type of performance against a team like those guys, that's that's an A+. So just because of the level of competition, I'm gonna knock them down and give them a B+.
I don't think you keeping them guys under 20. Them dudes there. You're gonna have to win with 30-something plus points.
Who you talking about? With those teams?
Yeah.
Who can't hold them under 20 points?
I mean, we did hold Mahomes under 20.
And Josh Allen last year. I mean, Herbert last year.
I was about to say, we didn't play
Herbert.
Mahomes. I mean, not Mahomes, Jackson.
But Herbert, we played Herbert and Mahomes.
But hey, man, yeah. It's grading on the curve. If we hold them under 20, like that's an A+.
Right.
Period. Yeah.
All right.
So offensively, our boy Cooper Rush.
Cool.
Hold on. I might have to get a drop for Coop. Hey man, he did his job off the top. I think it was 21 of 31, 215 yards and a touchdown. Most importantly, no turnovers. No turnovers. And that's big, man. That is huge. Obviously when you watch a game, the turnover battle typically will tell you who's going to win the game. And that was big for us. We had a really good rushing attack. Tony Pollard ran 13 rushes, 105 yards, 8 yards average. Zeke had 15 carries, 73 yards and a touchdown. Big time on the rushing attack.
What was his yards per carry?
Like right under 5, which was great. 4.9, I think, which was great. What's your point though?
No, you just left that out. You said
okay. You sound like you wanted to say something.
Nah. You just
hold on. Let's just get this out the way. What? Let's just get this out the way. We done had some static. Hold on.
I'm just saying, don't do.
Hold on. Hey, let's just get this out the way.
All right, tell them what's going on.
So again, I want to start with this. Hey man, it's nothing but flowers. I don't want to tear Zeke down. I promise you've never heard me say Zeke is a bad player. That's exactly
what a hater says right before he says.
Here we go. I'm just giving you the sandwich. All right. Yeah. Zeke is a really good player. He is, bro. He really is a good player. He does things that Tony can't do in terms of like pass blocking. We ain't got to the butt yet. He does things that Tony can't do. He's a really important player. The dirty yards, like all that is really important. He leans for it. The only issue I have about it is you. Don't keep that same energy. You do not keep that same energy that you have for the quarterbacks. You don't keep that same energy. I don't know what it is. If you tell me, is it the position itself? Because as long as I've known you,
Right.
shoot, you damn near never ever liked a Cowboys quarterback ever.
That's not true.
With the expectations, let me finish. With the expectations, when they get paid, Tony, you hated Tony. You really did not like Tony. You low key don't like that, right? Because they got paid. But you was cool.
I'll stop you when you tell a lie.
Okay, but you was cool with like a Quincy Carter, right? Like the expectations went there. You were cool. I ain't never heard you hate Quincy Carter. I ain't never heard the slander of Quincy Carter because he didn't get paid like that.
That statement doesn't even deserve a rebuttal. Like, I'm just gonna laugh at that statement.
So all I'm saying is Zeke got paid as a top premier player at his position.
Right.
And you don't hold, bro, to that standard. You don't. You can say what you want. You can say what you want. You do not hold. He got paid has a running back been paid more than Zeke after? You know how typically contracts they set the precedent. Yeah. Has someone been paid more than Zeke after that?
I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Is anybody?
So what I'm saying is, do you hold him to that standard?
Okay.
Of his contract? Do you hold Zeke to the question? Go ahead.
I understand the question, and I think it's a fair question. Right? You said Zeke is overpaid because he makes how much? How much?
I didn't say overpaid.
Oh, okay, but how much does Zeke make?
No, don't try to put it on me. I asked you.
But what's Zeke's contract?
Do you feel like Zeke produces like a $90 million player?
That's the number.
Because you hold the quarterbacks to that standard when they get paid.
Okay, yes.
So do you think he's worth $90 million?
So he make $90 million a year?
Come on, bro. Let's not do the semantics. No, we're gonna do the semantics or not?
I'm asking a question.
Are we gonna do the semantics or not? So we can pull up the contract, bro. Do you really want me to pull up the contract?
You want to talk about it? You want to talk about it?
Do you really want me to pull the contract up?
Listen.
And I like Zeke.
Okay, listen.
And I like Zeke.
The answer is no. He doesn't make $90 million a year.
So what does he make a year? Does he make
15?
What he makes a year?
15.
Is it worth it? Does he deserve, or is he playing up to that contract?
Yes. Absolutely.
This boy sent me the emoji eyes after he had a goal line touchdown.
Eating. He was eating. Yeah.
I like Zeke. Okay.
You sound like a hater.
Again, and we're gonna let y'all all the way in. And Trice and I are in a fantasy football league together.
That I am currently undefeated.
I put his feet to the fire. And offered you a trade.
Yes, you did.
I tried to send you Zeke and Damian Pierce for Michael Pittman. This boy said no. And what did I say? What did I tell you? I said your true feelings about him deep down.
That's what you said.
Are showing.
I think that's a bad test, bro. I think that's a bad test of my emotional.
I canceled it too because I was tripping.
Yeah, but nobody makes that trade, and it's not because I don't love Zeke. It's because of the carries. I never know how many carries he's going to get this year because they're doing a split. If he wasn't splitting carries,
why are we doing the split though? Why are we doing the split?
Because we got another playmaker that plays the same position that he plays.
If he was dominant,
that's like saying you can't have two good receivers on the team.
No, it's not.
It's the same thing. Because
bet. I'll take that.
He's just another playmaker. He got to get the power split.
We see a split in Cleveland, but what Nick Chubb do? What does Nick Chubb do?
Probably
on a weekly basis.
He run the ball.
I'm talking about statistics. Like, what does he do?
He play well. He plays well.
What
did Zeke do yesterday?
With the 73? Hey man, again, I like Zeke. Zeke. But what was the first 2 weeks? 50-something yards?
How many first downs did he run for?
Okay. Again.
How many times did he pick up the backside so Cooper Rush can get the ball at his hands?
Hey man, I like Zeke.
Okay.
And I don't want to become the Zeke. I don't want to become the Zeke hater.
Left tackle $25 million.
I don't want to become the Zeke hater. I just want you to have the same energy you have for the quarterbacks, bro.
Listen,
that's
the
it.
quarterback
That's
is the most important position on the field.
We're not debating that.
The quarterback touches the ball on every play.
Just say
the
you're
quarterback
biased.
is considered the leader of the team.
Just say
the
you're
quarterback
biased.
is considered the CEO of the offense.
It's a more important position, but that doesn't mean the better player has to be
held to a higher standard.
That doesn't mean you got to be the better player, though.
What?
I've seen some trash quarterbacks win, and they was like, obviously a quarterback, but yeah,
they had a guy like Zeke behind him running the ball, dominating.
He's getting paid like a premier running back. You won't even trade.
He is a premier running back. Put some respect on his name.
You won't even trade
on his name.
I gave you him and Damian Pierce, and you won't even trade for. Hold on.
Wait. So you telling me you think that Pollard's better than Zeke, right?
I ain't say that.
What you?
I think they complement each other great. But
how
much? Hold on. Again, how much Pollard making? Dollars.
He ain't talented enough to earn a $90 million contract. Don't be mad at me. I ain't the one who told he need to get a better agent. Tell him to go get Zeke agent.
I'm just asking you a question. Looking at production. We have one guy that does whatever on his production, X amount of yards a week, and this other guy makes $90 million. This guy probably makes $4 million.
Yeah.
And look at their stats. And you tell me, is that a good decision?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. All right.
I think it was
that's on record. Bet. Okay. Bet.
Spent.
I'm glad. Yeah. Well, you might as well go join that front office. You might make the same decisions they do.
1 and 1 is 3.
Zeke, 1 + 1 = 3.
Yeah, I see. Hold on.
1 and 1 is 3.
Yeah. Again, one dude probably make $4 million a year. Go give you the same production. Again, he can't do some of the things he can. But if you're telling me pass blocking is worth $90 million,
tell me it's not.
No, it's not. I'm telling you, it's not.
How is it not? How is pass blocking now worth $90 million? What do they give left tackles?
He's a running back. He has to do more than the left tackle does.
Yeah, but when you pick up the blitz, when a running back is picking up the blitzer, that it does one, that keeps the quarterback standing upright, keeps him healthy, and two, it always gives.
Bro, we're not going to talk about. Of course, it's important to be able to pass block, but you're paying $90 million. Are you paying $90 million for that? And yes, you said yes. So clearly, Trice.
And he's gonna give you. He's gonna end up giving you 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's bonus. Protecting the quarterback is first and foremost.
Let's get to CD Lamb since you just like this boy done got me hot. Let's get to CD Lamb. CD Lamb.
Boy, did did he have me mad? Boy, yesterday, CD. I when he dropped that ball, I said, well, you don't deserve to wear 88. Dez would have.
You don't deserve to wear 80. The ball hit him. The ball literally hit him right between the 8s, like literally in his chest. In the angle that the defender had, he probably would have scored. Like he's a yak guy. He was gonna make him miss. He was gonna score.
He had the whole field. Once he caught it, he had the whole field in front of him.
That hurt. He did redeem himself. Yes, he did. So we talked offline. We talked offline. I called you, and what I say, he had a miraculous great catch later in the game. Big time play. The whole drive, he shined.
He dominated.
He dominated the whole drive. He shined. He shined. He ran over on the sideline.
Yeah, don't forget the fourth down conversion.
Big time. Big time. I'm loving all of that. I'm loving all of that.
So I got to give him his credit.
I called you, and I was like, oh, yeah, definitely. He went crazy. And I called you, and I was like, bro, I said with receivers, right? I said the one-hand catch, I think that's a cop-out. So if you drop it, and I do think he couldn't have caught it any other way. I do think that on that one-handed catch, he needs to just stick out one paw. But typically, a lot of times, I feel like receivers stick out the one paw and they really can get two hands on the ball.
Yeah.
But they stick out the one paw because if you drop it, it's all good. You know, like, oh, he tried to make a crazy catch. You know what I'm saying? But bro, put 2 hands on the ball. And
Well,
it's
that's the Odell Beckham syndrome. See, Odell
man, that was a
Beckham did
crazy
that
catch.
on Sunday night.
And Odell is like probably suspect number 1 with that. He does that a lot, throwing out one hand when he could probably just catch the ball with 2 hands.
Right, because he has a brand to protect.
Yeah.
That one hand catch allows him to hang out with Drake, LeBron James. He has a beautiful wife or girlfriend now. You don't have that without that catch.
Yeah.
You just a dude with the yellow hair.
Yeah. Yeah. He does that a lot. He does that a lot. He sticks out the one paw. You could definitely get 2 hands on the ball. But let's get back to it. CD. You know, that was a huge drop.
87 yards to it.
And a tud, 8 receptions.
Yep.
Big time. You know, we talked about it. We was looking for him to pop out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Be a, more of an impact on the game. And that sucked. That was a deflator, bro, when he dropped the ball. But hey, adversity, he came back from it. And he was big time on that drive, bro.
The thing about CD is we grade him on that same curve that we talked about earlier, right? Like I feel like he's making his way. He's getting better. He's starting to be more productive as the season goes on. He's learning the number 1 role. But you know who's been consistent? Noah Brown. He is doing everything. He is catching. Yeah. He is running routes. He's getting open. He's making 3rd down catches. He's making tough catches. He says contested catches that are out of the catch radius. He's jumping up and snagging them out of the air.
Yeah.
Noah Brown, I don't know what happened to him. I don't know who his trainer is this offseason, but I need to get with him because I might like seriously. Who was Noah Brown before this year?
Yeah, a blocking tight end a special teams guy.
Who was Noah Brown before this year? It's like somebody gave him his opportunity. He took advantage of it. And I guess success is when preparation meets opportunity. He got his opportunity. He's been preparing, and now we seeing the success right before our eyes.
Hey, man, he definitely made some big plays. That one that I recall with the play action, and he went up and got it, high pointed it, and that could have been a pick. If he didn't come down with that, that's a pick. Right. You know what I'm saying? That sails over his head, that's a pick.
Yeah.
But we'll see when Michael Gallup comes back. How that, we talked about that last podcast, how that affects him. But obviously him and Cooper Rush have a real good rapport. And I hope to see bro keep making plays.
Now, Ryan.
Yeah.
Offensive line.
For sure.
Tyler Smith. Jason Peters. On the left side.
It looked good. It looked good. So clearly we got our answer about Tyler. That's our left tackle of the future.
Okay. And of today. Yeah,
Tyron probably done. For real. Tyron probably done. And Tyler Smith's our left tackle of the future. They put Jason Peters sparingly at left guard. And when he was in, it looked productive. I don't know if they kind of trying to, have him on a snap count, let him get in shape,
right?
Type deal. But it looked good, man. I am excited to see Jason lined up next to Tyler going forward, hopefully on a more consistent basis. But you saw Tony's big run was sprung behind Jason Peters and Tyler.
Sealed the guy on it. Peter sealed the linebacker on the inside. And Smith was able to push his guy out just far out left. He can hit that crease. But
and you saw that
still here in the alley there.
Yeah. What was the run? Was that Zeke when they pulled Tyler?
It was Zeke. It was a 27-yard run by Zeke.
Again, here you go.
It was a 27-yard run.
Very nice run. Very nice run.
Yes, it was a very nice run.
Okay.
And Tyler Smith on that play took out two players on the way. He 20 yards downfield. He knocking defensive backs on their butt. He falls down. Good. He falls down, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
He gets back up because Zeke's so tough to bring down that the whole team got a gang on Zeke, and Zeke steady pushing. Tyler Smith gets up after making those 2 great blocks. and knocks out some more people. He just nasty.
Hey man,
Him and Zeke are gonna be so good together this year.
big time.
I just can't wait to see it going forward.
Big time. And hey man, with offensive line, if you don't hear their name, that typically means a good thing, right? I ain't hear much from Terrence Steele.
Nope.
In terms of like, you know what I'm saying? You getting your lunch took like Evan Neal, you hear the name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So hey man, hey, they did their thing. Coop wasn't really under like, crazy pressure consistently. So I think they did a great job. And but I am excited about Jason Peters and Tyler Smith going forward on that left side.
Absolutely. It looks like we're slowly building a dominant line. We have the type of running back in Zeke who's going to get better as the season goes on. The type of physical guy he is. I know you can agree to that. And like he's really good. Like
he is really good. I agree that he's really
I'm
good.
sorry, I lost my train of thought because I was just
again, you're not gonna hear me say Zeke is bad. You're never gonna hear me say that. I just want the same energy, and you don't keep the same energy. It's all I'm pointing out. And again, eventually our listeners will catch on to it. How you come for Dak and how you came for Tony, but you don't keep the same energy. With a guy who got paid, he got to be what, the second highest paid player on the team.
That's possible.
But you take good for that. But when you don't take good for that.
At least he play.
Okay, so now it's
about now what? Availability in the best ability now.
Bro, Dak ain't been out that much.
He's Sean Lee.
Okay. All right.
When last time Dak played a full season?
What's next on the docket?
Special teams.
Let's talk about
wait. We got to give a grade for the offense. What is your letter grade for the offense performing against the Giants on Monday Night Football yesterday?
Letter grade for the offense again. I feel like we're grading on the curve.
Right.
We're talking about Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
I will give us a B. B. Really close to B minus. I'm sorry. The drop just sticks out of my mind. You can't. That's what it would take to be, closer, a better grade. That was a big drop. And yeah, it's not like Cooper Rush went crazy again. We love it. It's grading on the curve. No interception. He had one touchdown and 215 yards. I can't go like A+. Like that would just be, you just being biased. You know what I'm saying? So
I give us being biased just to give him A+.
Yeah, I just give us a B. I think he did a solid job. He really did what we asked him to. We ran the ball well. Right. The offensive line did a good job. Receiving core made plays when they needed to, but I can't go higher than the B.
I understand. Grading on the curve. I'm gonna give him an A+. Yeah. I'm gonna give him an A+. Yeah. And you know why I'm gonna give him an A+, Ryan?
Because you're a 1 + 1 = 3 type guy.
1 + 1 = 3.
Yeah.
No, but the reason I'm gonna give him an A+, Ryan, is just because what we did.
A+, bro. A+.
Okay, not A. Yeah, A+.
Okay.
That was. Did you see Zeke yesterday?
He didn't even have more yards than Tony. Go ahead, bro.
Golly, I ain't interrupt you when it was your time.
Go ahead. The floor is yours. The floor is yours.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right. Like I said, the reason I think that we got an A+ yesterday is because the way we won yesterday is the way that we need to play going forward, just to win football games in general. So even when Dak comes back, that's the way we need to win, by running the ball, which we ran the ball for, I think, over 178 yards yesterday, 178 yards rushing. We were very balanced, but I think Zeke got 15 carries. Tony Pollard had 14 carries. It's a nice mix of power and speed and skill, in the backfield with Zeke. And I'm sorry, I just had to throw that in there. Nah, but seriously though, CD was able to make plays. We get the ball to CD. We get the ball to Noah Brown. The tight ends are making timely plays. We're being creative with the offense. That's exactly what we want to do. We didn't turn the ball over. Who cares if we only had one passing touchdown yesterday? Because we were able to score a rushing touchdown with Zeke yesterday. So Yeah, but the offense played phenomenal yesterday as a unit. Exactly how I think is what our blueprint should be going forward. So with that said, they made an A+ because they practiced. If that was a practice game yesterday, they practiced perfect yesterday, and that's going to make for them to be able to play perfect against one of the elite teams going forward. If we can keep this same game plan going forward.
I think they did some really good things. Phenomenal is a really strong word for the offensive output of the game. But hey, that's Trayson. That's Tryson's opinion. A+ for Tryson on the offense. I give us a B.
Yeah,
I give us a B.
you're a tough crowd.
You just a 1 + 1 = 3 guy.
Yeah,
One
you're
and one is
tough
Jerry
crowd.
got you, bro.
Well,
Jerry
great
got
on
you.
the scale. Everybody
Yeah.
they play in the NFL, but they sorry.
Who said that?
That's what you basically saying about the Giants.
I didn't say that.
What is your scale?
That we got a backup quarterback
Right.
playing. So
Yeah.
I'm great on he threw for 215 yards, which is good for that. That's literally what a scale means.
The thing
250 yards
about Cooper
was
Kupp.
good for Cooper Rush.
Yeah, I said Cooper Kupp.
Because if Dak threw for 215 yards and 1 touchdown, you'll be having his head on the stake, right?
Well, I've seen Dak not be able to throw for 200 yards before he got a receiver. And I haven't seen him throw for 200 yards without since
Cooper has a receiver.
Who?
Cooper has a receiver.
Who is
Cooper Rush has. You said without a receiver.
He got the same receivers that Dak had on week 1.
Okay, so what does that mean?
They looking like they looking nice with Cooper Rush right now.
Okay, you are.
I ain't gonna say
1 + 1 = 3.
Wait, listen. So listen, this is the thing.
Well, you be drinking that Kool-Aid, crazy.
Dak definitely has a higher ceiling than Cooper Rush. But Cooper Rush plays to his floor. Well, he has a higher floor, or his ceiling may be lower, but he plays to his ceiling more consistently than Dak has so far. I mean, he's undefeated. Nobody's been able to figure him out. I mean, everybody's going crazy trying to figure out the secret sauce to stopping Cooper Rush. Don't nobody know. Cooper Rush out here killing boys.
All right.
Look at elite. You see that dime he dropped to CD Lamb for that touchdown?
So would you not say that let's take rookie quarterbacks for
okay. Let's talk about the books.
No, I'm just saying when people don't have film on you like that, like crazy film on you,
right?
You have a high chance to
surprise people
and go crazy.
Yeah.
And then once they get film on you, things change. You're gonna have to adapt, and that's when the good players or great players just become, it is what it is.
Right.
Like, I know everything y'all gonna do. I'm still gonna be at this level. Right. Ain't no that much film on Coop. But okay, man.
Look, think about it like this. At one point, nobody had film on Tom Brady when he was a backup and he came in for Drew Bledsoe and he took over. Now he's 22 years in the game, 7 Super Bowls. Now it's a lot of film on him.
So you're saying Coop? I agree that he's great. It got to a point where it's like we got film on him, and there's only so much you could do with him.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
Coop gonna be Tom Brady.
I didn't say that. I just gave an analogy. I didn't compare.
Okay. Special teams, man. We can't leave them out. We cannot leave them out. This boy talking crazy. Special teams, we can't leave them out. Big time plays. Dorrance Armstrong came through.
Yep.
With a blocked field goal.
Yep.
And we finally had a nice little peek at Turpentine.
Yep. Turpentine.
Yeah, big time. Because they were not giving them the opportunity on the kickoffs. They was kicking and booting it through the back of the end zone.
Yep.
So he finally had his opportunity on the punt return.
They even tried to angle that punt.
It did. They did.
They tried to angle that punt. The guy that hit it the right way, Turpin was able to run up under it. And
that was big time.
Yeah,
that was big time. And, you can never forget about special teams. I do feel like Jones, Fossil, what's his name? Fossil Jones.
Bones. The
Bones, bro. He really wants to make his imprint on the game, bro. I get nervous every time the other team is punting. I get nervous. So I'm like, he's sitting in the house. We're gonna run into the punter. It's gonna be 15 yards first down. I really do feel that way.
You're a pessimist. You're a real pessimist. You need to go see somebody.
You're just a real 1 + 1 = 3 person.
You're a real pessimist.
1 and 1 is 3.
Yeah. That's the way I feel.
You're a 1 + 1 = -12.
I'm a 1 + 1 = 2 type person.
Yeah. Keep going. Hater.
Yeah. I was giving the shout outs to the special teams, bro.
Yeah,
They
my
did
bad.
their thing.
They
Yeah.
did.
I was showing love to the special teams.
Yeah. All right.
But what?
I think the special teams did a good job yesterday. I think that Bones is very aggressive. I like when he looks like he's sitting the house. I think they play with the other team's mind. You never know what you want to do. Turpin gives us a whipping back there. We can take it to the house. And as far as a grade goes, Ryan, I'm gonna give him a C.
The special teams?
Yeah, I'm gonna give special teams a C.
Why the C?
Because Turpin should have made that punter miss. That should have been a house call. And he couldn't make the punter miss. That punter wouldn't tackle him if they did that same play 100 times. He wouldn't get him one more time. But because he got tackled, it get a C. Because it took away, it would have been A+, like the offense.
Special teams. I gotta give him a B+. Maybe an A-, honestly. A-. Let me give him an A-. A-. I don't know what you talking about. At the end of the day, they didn't give up any big plays in the special teams.
No, they didn't.
Maher hit his field goals.
He missed one.
Oh, he did miss one. Well, I gotta give him a B+.
Yeah.
I forgot he missed one then. So B+.
Hey, but the one he missed was like a
60-some yards.
Yeah, and it was like one of those desperation.
Yeah, man.
In the head.
B+. That puts you in the A territory. You hit that, that's in the A territory.
You hit that, you're in A. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm so harsh on my grading.
A C is pretty harsh.
I mean, you got to make that dude miss and go put that thing.
Hey, that's
you got to take that thing to the end zone.
Still more to that. It's still more to the special teams than that one play.
Absolutely. I'm being a little facetious.
I say B+
with that analogy, but yeah, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna give him a C. Same kind of logic that I use on the offense. It'll balance out.
So let's recap our parlay play of the day
with Ryan and Trey.
With Ryan and Trey. Hold on. Gunshot. Let's recap. So
you had a good weekend.
3-1 record. 3-1 record. I wish I could have put some bread in y'all pocket. 3-1 record. On the week I had Baltimore. I did call the Indy upset of the Chiefs.
Yes.
Philly beat down of the Commanders.
Yep.
Missed out on the Chargers.
Yeah.
Hey man, Jacksonville is all right.
Yeah, you said that. You said they what you call it? They've been what?
I don't even remember what I said.
Jacksonville, they be hooping.
They've been hooping. They have been hooping.
Yeah.
They have been hooping, bro. They got some talent. Yeah.
Yeah.
People laughed at the Christian Kirk contract. He's playing all right. Christian Kirk, Zay Jones. They got the two running backs, James Robinson, Travis Etienne, however you pronounce his name. You got Trevor Lawrence. They doing all right.
Yeah.
They looking all right. So a 3-1 record.
Which is good, which is really good. 75%. 75%.
Maybe if y'all don't do the parlay and just play my pick straight up, it'll work out for you.
Yeah, hey, you do what you want with this information that we give you.
Yeah, I just work here.
We can only lead you to water. We can't make you drink, my boy.
So we're gonna take on the season-long record and keep tally. How'd you do? How'd you fare?
Well, it was looking tough. It was looking rough for me early on Sunday. But I rallied at the end to finish at 500. I went 2-2.
2-2.
I missed on the Commanders and Eagles over. I think that game should have went over easily. Washington is terrible. They're terrible, which is good news for the Cowboys next week, but they're terrible. I also lost on I actually took the Chiefs against the Colts to cover the 5.5 points. Unfortunately, the Chiefs couldn't do that, but I think they should have been able to cover that easily as well. I was able to win on the Bears -3 in a windy, cold game. A rainy game up there in Chicago, and got saved by the Broncos in like the worst game of the year. 11-10. The Broncos were my upset of the day. So it looks like we both hit on our upsets of the days. So maybe you should take my upset of the day, Ron's upset of the day, and parlay that.
Parlay those together. Yeah.
What that does.
Appreciate y'all tuning in to another episode of SportzAttic. Of course, we're gonna come back with y'all with the preview of the big time game versus the Commanders coming up this weekend.
Yes.
We know we definitely need to hold court and handle business.
This is gonna be a shellacking.
Hey man, he said it. I didn't say
it's gonna
that.
be a shellacking.
I hope
They're gonna bench Carson Wentz.
I hope so.
They're
hope so.
They're gonna put Heineke back in.
Yeah. Hey man, I hope that's the case. Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. We'll be tuning in with y'all with the preview of the Commanders coming up real soon. Love y'all. We out.